L.A., somewhere in the mountains in L.A. Kimora, you can be one of the kids and come to camp. She'll be like, oh my God, where's my Prada bag? Oh my God, there's like an ant there. I cannot take this. Who could survive in camp? Just look at us right now. Hello. I cannot believe y'all let her get away with that. I could survive just fine in camp. Y'all been chilling with me for weeks and weeks. With a Prada backpack and tent. Oh, I know what you would have on. You'd have on the little boots with the squish down socks that are too big for my ankle. And then jeans. When I was young, when Kimora and I were younger, we've known each other since we were like 16. And I was about 40 pounds lighter than I am now, the same height, so I was really skinny. And you know those little scrunchy socks from like the early 90s? I would like put on hiking boots and the socks, and my ankle was too small to hold the socks up, so they'd be all like baggy and stuff. Are you self-conscious about your body? I'm not necessarily self-conscious or insecure, but being a model has allowed me to know, has taught me to know what to hide and to accentuate. So it makes people think, oh my God, she thinks she's all that. No, I don't think I'm all that. I'm just hiding all the stuff that ain't all that, making y'all think I'm all that. So you're not insecure at all? You just deal with everybody has their insecurities. I mean, I have cellulite on my butt, but you'll never see that because if it's a butt, it's gonna get retouched and like smoothed out and stuff. So you guys aren't gonna see that, but it's not like I'm insecure about it, but I'm quite aware. We got more Tyra Banks in a minute. Men by like nicknames, like Mr. XXYZ or something, and I'm supposed to know that. So the question was, you got a man or not? No, I don't got a man, but I'm dating Mr. X. And he's doing quite well in the city of Q, doing his job of... We got more Tyra Banks coming up in a minute, but first, let's see what actor, comedian Eddie Griffin's been up to these days.
You know I'm loco.
I had a history teacher, Miss Watkins, how you doing, baby? And she was cool enough at the end of history class to let me get up and do Richard Pryor, given the lesson that we had that day in history. So she'd have me stand up on top of a desk, you know, and I'd stand up there. Today we talked about George Washington, a white man with a wig. Now, if you can put a wig on a man, you can put a stripe on him, too. I ain't gonna say nothing now. Came out. And then, boom, hit him with that Michael Jackson on crack, stood the house up, the rest was history. We stopped at this little comedy club in town. And it was one dry comedian after another, you know. And we had paid $5 in them days, you know. Money wasn't an issue because we didn't have none of it. So you pay $5, you want $5 worth of jokes. You know, we wasn't getting our $5 worth. So Cuz was like, man, you funny, and then we just hanging out in the hood. Once you go on stage, and I ain't going up there. So I'm like, I ain't going up there. He said, I bet you $50. I said, that's 50 I ain't getting. He said, you don't go up there, you're a punk. I said, what? Now my manhood on the line. I said, all right, I'm next. So I went and talked to the manager. He's like, yeah, we'll give you 5 minutes to see what you can do. You know, just downplaying the brother. I was like, yeah, okay. So I went up on stage, did 45 minutes. Standing ovation. I knew I had a job when I got off. They banned me from the club. I started out getting banned. Hasn't changed much.
But things have changed. Eddie now comes into America's living rooms every week on his own hit show, Malcolm and Eddie.
Malcolm is a brilliant young man. He has learned the TV world from Cosby, you know, the best teacher you can have. And working with him, you know, TV wasn't my thing, so having a partner like that already was acclimated to that situation, that was a blessing. You know, Z walked me right through to the mines that are set.
You like hairy women?
Well, I'm a man of many different flavors. Ain't nothing like a hairy-backed woman to keep you warm on a winter night.
A successful sitcom, major motion picture roles, and a headlining stand-up career would be enough for most people, but not Eddie.
I'm in a recording studio because I'm musically inclined, and so I got to get in here to record that inclination. People used to seeing you do one thing, so it's hard for people to accept you doing another thing. So I'm doing this other thing. You know, got the band together, Eclectic Divinity.
Even with all his other artistic interests, music, TV, film, and dance, home is where the funny bone is.
Comedy, you get to totally experience self. You know, it's soul searching. Because when you're at your best, you really just pouring out what's really in there. It ain't even structured. It's just, I don't believe that guy is saying the right thing, man, you know.
Hey, don't be a sucker.
Beauty, diva, something. Because you said you're a kickboxer now, and in higher learning you're a track star. And...
I've never played a diva, beautiful.
But we never really see you being like a supermodel or...
Yeah, I've never done that, and not to say never will, but right now I don't think I should do stuff like that.
Like, do you live for your job?
Oh, no, I don't
like
live for
you're
my
very
job at all.
busy and you
I'm a businesswoman and I take it very seriously, and there's certain people in the industry that I really admire because, like, they might say, oh, she's bitchy or she's difficult. No, she's a businesswoman. People like Mariah Carey get a lot of flack and saying, oh, she's a diva, she's this. No, she knows what she wants, and it's just coming from a woman, so people say, oh, and people probably say that about me, but I'm a perfectionist and I know what I want and I strive to do it. But at the same time, I'm not always thinking work. I mean, you can go act a fool in the street, right? You know, but then I'm like, I gotta get home, I gotta get up early in the morning, and, you know, so I'm just a businesswoman. They, like, freak out, particularly women. You know, they think that, like, I have this one friend. We both know her, but I don't know. Don't put me. No. I met her at line at a casting in Milan.
Wait, you know?
I don't care as long as I say her name. I don't care if she knows it's her. It doesn't matter.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So anyway, we're friends and stuff, hanging out. And, like, I started getting more known and stuff in Europe, and then came to America. I started getting more known and stuff. And then one day we went to go get, like, a manicure and pedicure together. She got her nails done first, okay, which means what? Her nails are dry first. And so, like, mine are still wet, right? And I'm like, oh, blank, can you get my $5 out of my bag for my manicure? And she was like, oh, you're a supermodel now. You can't get your own money out your purse. And it's like, my nails are wet. This is like normal girlfriend stuff to do. And then she just started tripping even more and more and more.
Like player hating.
Player hating.
Just in case you weren't in the know, let's try.
Why? So I can meet a lady like you, so I can just, bam, get my groove on, baby.